Hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you. I am Manat Sharma from Oliveboard, and I'm here with a very important session for all of you since your phase 2 of RBI Grade B is approaching, right? So I'm sure you guys are, thinking of how to prepare for the examination for phase 2, how to do descriptive writing, that is why I have brought this session for all of you where we are going to analyze the trends. I'm going to bring in a 30-day timetable for all of you, and I'm going to give you some tips for preparing for your phase 2 examination for especially for your ESI section. Good evening, Sudarshan, Anuj, Atithi. Very good evening to all of you. Just let me know if my audio and video is clear so that we can have the class in a smooth and continuous manner. For those of you who are new over here, I'm sharing my Telegram handle with you over here. Mannat Educator is my Telegram handle. Okay, you can connect with me whenever you have any doubt, you want to share any answer that you have written and you want me to evaluate it for you. You can send that to me on my Telegram channel. Okay, apart from this, if you want to download this YouTube class PDF, you can do it from the Oliveboard app. Just go to the courses section. There's going to be a separate YouTube class PDFs folder. You can download the PDF from here. At the end of the session, if you have any doubt, you can ask me as to how you have to go about with your preparation. ठीक है, let's start with our trend analysis. First of all, for your ESI, we're going to do a trend analysis for objective as well as descriptive. So you know that in your phase 2 examination you get a few questions from your objective part also and a few questions from descriptive part. Usually get 4 descriptive questions, 2 of 15 marks, 2 of 10 marks, है ना? Let's see the trend for your objective portion. So you can see from the past 4 years, 21, 22, 23, 24, you get maximum from government schemes. है ना? Questions from government schemes, reports and indices you can see over here, international organizations or agreements, RBI circulars, summit, survey budget, and all other things. Okay, these are the major topics. Though this time in your phase 1 examination, we saw a change in the pattern for your general awareness, especially, है ना? But the trend might, it may or may not change for phase 2. So you never know. Let's see what happens. If I talk about the descriptive part, you have your economic issues and your social issues. The major topics which are focused upon in your economic issues are usually RBI reports, which are very, very important, monetary policy, finance commission, NBFCs, budget, economic reforms and growth, banking sector, Indian infrastructure. These are the topics you get maximum questions from here. For social issues, you get questions from poverty, globalization, migration, urbanization, gender equality, rural development, demographic change, climate change, unemployment. These are a few topics that you have to focus on. Maximum, you have to focus upon these topics. Now, if I talk about the tips for your phase 2 preparation, first of all, your first tip is, good evening, Manish. First tip is that you have to complete your ESI static as soon as possible. तो ESI स्टैटिक को फटाफट से कंप्लीट कर लीजिए. Whatever topics are mentioned in your syllabus, go through all of them, read about the details. For example, if the topic is related to poverty, read everything about poverty. What do you mean by poverty? What are the types of poverty? What are the types of poor? What is poverty line? What is poverty line estimation in India? है ना? So discuss everything, read everything about poverty, and साथ में discuss about some schemes also related to poverty. Remember, learn some schemes also related to poverty. ठीक है, especially the recent government schemes or government measures. Similarly, do it for unemployment. ऐसे ऐसे करके topics you have to complete your static portion. Where will this help? Firstly, it is going to help you in descriptive answer writing. The most important part is your descriptive answer writing, because even if the question is from the current aspect in your descriptive portion, but for content writing, for your content portion, you need stuff from your static part. For example, if GDP base year revision is in news, है ना, है ना, you might get a question on that, but you might get a static question continued with this base year. They can ask you the rationale behind changing the base year, and along with that they can also ask you the 3 types of methods of calculating GDP, है ना? So you have to do the static portion. It will really help you in your descriptive answer writing. Plus you can get 2 to 3 MCQ questions also in your phase 2. Sometimes you get directly question from your ESI static also. ठीक है. Plus for understanding the context of your current affairs, ESI static portion is very important. Say GDP base year revision is in news, but you don't know what is the meaning of GDP. You don't know what is how is GDP different from GNP. How is national product different from domestic product? So you will, so in order to understand the current affairs, you need to know the static portion. है ना? So you have to get familiar with all the concepts. You have to make short notes. Making your own short notes is very important because these short notes will help you in your revision part. So if there's any confusing topic, any confusing concept, any important topic, make some short notes and revise it. Time and again. ठीक है? Topic tests are very important. Take topic tests so that you can understand and identify your common mistakes. ठीक है? How to cover ESI static portion if you are preparing on your own. If you are not taking up any coaching, then you can go through this book Ramesh Singh, or I always recommend this Sanjeev Verma also of Indian Economy, which is also a very good book, short and crisp. You can read these, plus you can read NCRT economics of 11th and 12th. Fine. If you are a part of the Oliveboard paid batch, then we have this mentorship program one on one. ठीक है, for your phase 2 we have crash course also of phase 2, so you can join and you can be a part of this. ठीक है. From tomorrow only we are starting ESI for phase 2. I will only be taking your class, right? So if you are a part of the paid batches, you can join it tomorrow at 11 a.m. ठीक है. What are the focus areas that you have to specially focus upon? What topics? These are very important. You do not have to leave these. Growth and development. What is the difference between economic growth and economic development? What are the measures of economic growth? What are the measures of economic development? GDP, GNP, HDI, PQLI, है ना, multidimensional poverty index, human poverty index, global hunger index, all these things. What do you mean by sustainable development? Sustainable development goals are very important. Poverty very important. Poverty types of poverty very important. Poverty line estimation in India very important. Reasons for poverty, causes of poverty, है ना. Fiscal policy, monetary policy very very important. Balance of payments, inflation very important, है ना. इसमें you can add in unemployment also, because here PLFS survey has been updated, so you might get a question related to unemployment also. Concepts GDP, GNP, NNP, M1, M2, M3, these money supply measures, very important. Fiscal deficit, revenue deficit, what is the difference between fiscal deficit, primary deficit, and all? And a FRBM Act, what is the major target? Flexible inflation targeting framework. All these topics are very important. Okay? So, this was your static portion, that you have to complete your static portion as soon as possible. Take 5 to 10 days, take 10 to 15 days, and maximum take, uh, uh, as soon as possible, just finish off with your static portion. Second is your current affairs. Current affairs are very important because your MCQs will be mostly based on current affairs. You can divide that into four parts. One is your PIB news analysis. I have taken up, if you're part of the paid courses, I have taken up PIB masterclass, है ना, wherein I have covered since May till your September. I have covered the entire PIB of the month in one class, है ना. Government schemes very important, you get questions from here. Reports very important. Budget and economic survey again very important. So divide your current affairs into these four parts. Okay. Now where will this help? Objective questions, maximum questions you get from current affairs, so you expect 45 plus marks from this portion. Add some data points, plus from these current affairs you can add data points in your answer writing also, which is going to give you an edge over others. If you know what is the GDP growth rate right now, what are some estimations by different organizations, if you know about data data related points, if you know, you can add them in your answers also, which is going to really give you an edge over your answer writing part, है ना. You can directly get descriptive questions also from your current affairs part, है ना. Budget में से पूछ लिया, explain some 5 schemes which have been released in the budget of 25-26, directly questions. ठीक है. Your goal should be, you have to cover ministry wise, you have to cover schemes ministry wise, तो ministry उठा लो एक and cover your schemes. ठीक है. The PDF is attached in the first comment, you can check it out. To cover important reports now, maintain a notebook for reports where you can summarize key points from each report. So all reports are going to be important, and summarize those reports. Facts and figures of budget are very important. Economic survey is very important. thorough updates from PIB, economic and finance news updates, important summits हो गया, है ना, government initiatives हो गया, है ना, international agreements हो गया. Do those in detail. How you have to cover it? Free resources are available on the Oliveboard YouTube channel. We have extensively taken up so many sessions. For example, for report, you can see here World Economic Outlook report has been taken up by me. Budget, I have taken up a session on YouTube. Economic survey through MCQs, Pile ma'am has taken up. Annual report, RBI sir has taken up. In your paid batches, I have taken the annual report in detail, chapter wise. Government schemes, Pile ma'am takes up. And so you can check these free resources. You can, for your mock test, you can give this free all India weekly live test. This is exact exam interface, AI powered analysis, all India ranking. So you can register for free for these free all India weekly live test. This is going to be from Monday to Monday Tuesday. Okay, every Monday Tuesday. Okay. For paid batches, you have this mentorship program, you have this crash course, you don't need to go anywhere else. Fine. And what are the focus areas for your current affairs? PIB last 4 months, very important. Now, what are the relevant ministries? Now, this portion, so many students ask me about the reports about the relevant ministries. So keep this in mind. Your relevant ministries for covering the government schemes: Ministry of Education, Skill Development, Health, Women and Child Development, Social Justice, Tribal Welfare, Environment, Agriculture and Finance. These are very important. Cover these ministry wise schemes. रिपोर्ट्स के लिए I've received so many messages from students कि मैम कौन सी रिपोर्ट कवर करें. RBI Annual Report, Financial Stability Report, Report on Currency and Finance, Trend and Progress in Banking Sector, World Development Report, World Economic Outlook. These are the most important reports. Do not miss these. Cover it. ठीक है, I have taken up a session of important reports, complete list and how to cover it. Check this video on Oliveboard YouTube channel. ठीक है, fine. Then third tip for all of you over here is practice ESI descriptive writing, which is very important. Practice as much as you can. Type and write your answers. Okay? Phase 2 ESI paper 50 marks, where you can score a lot over here. You can organize yourself better. You can score very good over here. Start taking descriptive tests, especially in an exam like situation. Write 4 answers on a weekly basis. 4 answers on a weekly basis is nothing, right? Or you can write, one answer each day. That would be a boon. And get them evaluated. Evaluation is very important. Only then you're going to know your shortcomings. है ना? ठीक है? How to cover? You have free resources, newspaper, Oliveboard viewpoint session. So I take up this viewpoint session every Sunday at 9 p.m. wherein I take up current affairs related questions and I discuss them in detail with you. Newspaper reading is very important. I take up this live mint analysis and I'm starting resuming it from tomorrow itself. I'm taking this live mint analysis every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. So you guys can attend that. Okay, I cover the Mint newspaper. I take the analysis live. I discuss the static portion of it also. I connect with the static portion and I take up a few MCQs also at the end. Okay, so newspaper, finance articles, opinion pieces, try to remember them, try to use them, type them in your own words because pressy writing bhi hai. That is also very important. Then for paid resources, you have this mentorship program, crash course with books, descriptive writing practice. I will be taking up your descriptive writing practice also. Okay? Now topics which are in syllabus and also are in news, try to integrate them. जैसे growth and development, GDP and all. India became the fourth largest economy. Poverty, World Bank recently revised its poverty line. GDP base year revision and all. So related to that, try to focus and write answers related to these questions. ठीक है? Fine. Tip 4. 5 full length mock tests of ESI objective and 5 descriptive ESI tests before phase 2. Very important. Mock tests are very, very important. Okay? This is going to help you in your phase 2 ESI paper. You are going to get rid of the exam fear. Okay? You will have that initial inertia कि ठीक है, you are in that mood कि हाँ, you can type and write the answer. You can understand the type of questions also which will be asked in the examination. So at the end, it will be easy for you to perform. How to cover? Take up Oliveboard tests Analyze each test, understand the pattern of questions, and accordingly prepare yourself. Okay? Prepare a 25 topic list and revision. This is your last tip. Okay? Prepare some 25 topics on your own which you think are very, very relevant, and accordingly, stop, don't, waste time and write down, collect some data points related to these important topics. Okay? You can get one pager notes, make one pager notes for each topic, intro, body, conclusion format, and some important topics, so that at the end you have to remember those major data points only. Find topics that intersection of syllabus, last 5 months current affairs, PYQs and all. When you're revising the current affairs, then directly link it with the static portion and try to uh, uh, find some data points and important points related to that. Okay, like I told you that in India became fourth largest economy, so growth and development topic becomes important. So introduction, body, conclusion, just collect some points. Poverty, India, World Bank revised the poverty line. AI impact on social issues, and all these kind of topics. Prepare something or the other related to this. Okay. Here I have a 30-day ESI timetable for all of you. You can check this out. Day one, say how you have to start, which topics to cover, and how many hours you need to give, and which topic to cover. Okay? So you can check this out. Day one, mein what you have to do. Day two, day three, day four. One day we have kept for mock test. है ना? The entire week you can cover the topics, and one day for mock test. Okay? You can check this out. The timetable will be available in the comment section. Okay? Descriptive topics are usually asked from current affairs only, MS, ठीक है? But they are linked usually with your static portion. For example, I have given this example many times. For example, GDP base year has been revised. So you might get a question that recently it has not been revised, but it is proposed कि we are going to revise it. है ना? So related to this, it can be asked that what is the rationale behind changing the base year, and what do you mean by GDP, what are the methods of calculating GDP, ऐसे करके. Or related to poverty, World Bank has recently mm, done some changes, and it has updated the international extreme poverty line. So what do you mean by poverty, what are the types of poverty, ऐसे करके you can get the question. What are some measures that you can take to reduce poverty in the country. Unemployment related, you can be asked a question like that. Okay. Yes, static question. Static part is also asked. Just like I told you, integration of current and static portion is done. Okay, MS? Yes, exactly. Sudarshan, I will be taking up relevant current affairs, and based on that, I will be bringing up questions for your descriptive answer writing. Okay, so don't worry in that. If you're not sure of clearing phase 1, still start preparing for phase 2, because phase 2 preparation is going to help you for next year's exam also. Okay? Start preparing, because even if there is a meager chance, you don't have to waste your time. Okay? MS? Fine. So if you guys want to enroll, we have launched this phase 2 crash course. You guys can enroll in this one. You will have live ESI and FM classes. From tomorrow only, I'm starting with your ESI class. You will have live descriptive practice sessions. For ESI, I will be taking up your descriptive sessions. ESI and FM books and notes will be available. Magazines and full length mocks will be available. If you want, you can enroll now. Okay? And I'm also sharing my Telegram handle over here if you have any further doubts. Okay? You can connect with me on Telegram also. Mannat Educator is my Telegram handle. Okay? Like those 25 plus list relevant topics for the exam. Ha, Sudarshan. So like that, only whatever is relevant, Sudarshan, I will be taking up. I will be linking current affairs and static portion, and I will be taking up your sessions. Okay? And MS is saying typing stamina is not good. Should I do typing classes? You can type. What you do is start typing on your own. Start writing answers. You can get them checked from me on Telegram. Okay? So start typing them. Start timing yourself. Start timing yourself कि अच्छा 2 hours में I have to complete this. ऐसे करके ठीक है? Okay? What are the highlights of the crash course? You're going to get 80 ESI and FM live classes, static and current affairs, 40 descriptive classes, 20 MCQ revision classes, ESI and FM physical books, notes and magazines, 30 objective mocks, 30 descriptive mocks, last 4 year PYQ tests. So if you guys want, you can connect over there. And you can connect with me on Telegram also for any kind of help. Right? All right. Acha, you can enroll in this descriptive batch also. 100 most important topics we are going to take up. 40 plus live sessions. Okay, 100 topics are going to be covered. 80 plus foundation classes, ESI and FM notes plus magazines, full mock test for phase 2. So if you want, you can enroll in this one also if you want. Okay, fine. Yes, you can send MS. Fine. So that is all from my side. Thank you so much, everyone. If there is any other doubt, you can connect with me on Telegram also, and you can ask me in the comment section of also if there is any other doubt. Otherwise, we are going to end the session over here. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. I wish you all the best, and I will see you all in the classes whenever I'll be taking it. Okay. Acha, from tomorrow, I'm resuming the live mint analysis. TK, it is very important, especially now that your exam is near. This analysis will really help you in your descriptive answer writing. In your live classes, only I will be telling you also ki, acha, if this is in news, what can be the descriptive question related to that. So I will be bringing that up also. We will do MCQs also in the session. So I will see you all in that class. I want you guys to attend that. Okay, so that is all from my side. Any other question, anyone? You can ask me. Otherwise, let's end the session over here. Yes, MS, you can send me directly also. Okay, my viewpoint session will be every Sunday at 9 p.m. MS, viewpoint 360 session for your descriptive answer writing. I will be taking up every Sunday at 9 p.m. Live mint analysis every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. These are my two major classes which is going to really help you out. Okay? So you guys can attend that. Okay, ji? So that's all, everyone. I wish you all the best. Best of luck. Keep studying. And if there's any other doubt, you can ask me on my Telegram handle. Okay? And wish you all the best. Bye bye, everyone. Take